Many thanks for joining us on the news at 6. I am Folashade Ogurinde. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal today directed the People's Democratic Party and its candidate Atiku Abubakar to file a formal application asking the President of the Court of Appeal and Chairman of the five-man panel, Justice Zainab Bukachua, to withdraw as a member of the tribunal. The tribunal gave the directive following the meeting and the panel members held with lawyers appearing in the case earlier this Wednesday. Announcing the tribunal's decision, Justice Bukachua said that the petitioner's legal team, led by Libby Uzuoku Sen, asked her to recuse herself from the panel at the meeting held in the chambers. She said the request by Uzuoku followed an earlier letter she received from the PDP's national chairman, Uche Secondus, also demanding that she disqualifies herself from further participation in the panel. Responding, Uzuoku said his team would file a formal application to that effect on Thursday. The matter was then adjourned till May 22 for the hearing of the petitioner's application. The Senate has begun the screening of Godwin Emefiele as Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria for a second term. Emefiele is currently appearing before the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions, where he is being grilled on issues affecting Nigeria's economy. The screening exercise is coming after the mandate given by the Senate President Bukola Saraki to the committee at plenary on Tuesday to screen Emefiele and report back to the Senate within a week. Emefiele, who was appointed as CBN Governor on June 2, 2014, is due to end his first term on June 2 this year, but President Muhammadu Buhari had last week written to the Senate requesting that Emefiele be confirmed as CBN Governor for a second term of 5 years. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, says over 1.3 million candidates have so far accessed their results using the result checker code 55019. The board's head, Media and Information, Fabian Benjamin, disclosed this on Wednesday in Lagos. Benjamin was speaking against the backdrop of claims in some quarters that majority of candidates who participated at the board's 2019 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) had yet to access their results through the said code. He also described as untrue claims by some people who he described as mischief makers that the 15 naira charges incurred through the code was going to the board's purse. According to the spokesman, the clarification became necessary in view of what he described as wicked and malicious rumors by some persons that the board is charging a fee for checking the results. A high court sitting in Kano has ordered that status quo be maintained on earlier order, restraining the appointment of additional 4 emirs in Kano. The court had on May 10, 2019, issued an order restraining Kano state government from the appointment of 4 new emirs following the breaking of Kano Emirate into 5. Counsel to the applicants, B. Mahmood, argued that the defendants disregarded the order of the court, which was filed on May 10, 2019, and went ahead to inaugurate the new emirate councils on May 13th and 14th. He added that the actions of the defendants undermined the power of the court, which posed a great threat to public interest and integrity of the judiciary. The State Attorney General, Mukhtar Ibrahim, however, argued that the passage of the law and appointments were all completed actions, adding that the court order cannot be enforced. Justice Nasiru Saminu noted that the order of 10th May 2019 was still subsisting and that all parties should maintain status quo while he adjourned the case to June 20th, 2019. The Election Petition Tribunal in Kwara State has commenced its pre-hearing trial. The lead judge in the tribunal, Justice Basi Effiong, warned counsel against time wasting as the tribunal will not extend the 14-day period for the pre-hearing trial. The People's Democratic Party and its governorship candidate, Razak Otunwa, is challenging the victory of the All Progressives Congress and its governorship candidate, Abdurrahman Abdurrazak. The Action Alliance is also challenging the victory of the APC.
Second respondent at the time of the election was not qualified. And then the second ground was that he give a false information in aid of his educational qualification. So in other words, when such prayers are made, what will be done, what the tribunal will done is to nullify the election and order for a fresh election. So that is basically what we are seeking before the tribunal.
Of course, this petition will not take a longer time because the issues raised are basically documentary, and that is why the tribunal said tomorrow we are going to look at documents. So basically, it's documentary. We won't go to the whole hung of because the witnesses are even very few. So I think the petition will be determined timeously, and by the grace of God, will come at us. Because from my education, they did not even file reply to ANEC's pleadings, and they admitted that.
The tribunal sitting continues on Thursday as it will continue to sit consecutively for 14 working days for the pre-hearing trial before the real trial. A member of the feeder team of the popular Ibadan-based Shooting Star Sports Club, also known as 3SC, Dayo Ogini, has been arrested by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Ibadan Zonal Office for alleged involvement in internet-related offences. Ogini was arrested alongside his brother-in-law Alabi Okikiola and his friend Jonas Okwewe at a location on Fortune Estate in the Ologuneru Alonge area of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The arrest followed a petition from a neighbor who raised suspicion on the lifestyle of the suspect, who said it did not have any known sources of income. Further investigation confirmed that Ogini was indeed a member of the popular soccer feeder team, but an official said he had not been attending training for a while. Items reportedly recovered from the suspects include laptops and phones of different brands. The people of Ilaje and Bariga communities in Shomolu local government area have been celebrating with the introduction of jetty ferry services in the area by the state government. The coastal community's joy is that the people of the area would no longer need to face crippling traffic gridlock to access some parts of the state. Speaking while commissioning jetty, 5 transport ferries and the Ilaje road to public use, Governor Akiwumi Ambode described the project as a fragment of his government's integration transport managing system.
It's the official commissioning ceremony of Bariga Waterfront Jetty, 5 new transportation ferries, and the Ilaje Road constructed by the Lagos State government. Government functionaries, traditional rulers, stakeholders in the water transportation system, among others, are all seated here to witness yet another milestone of the Lagos State government's transportation management strategies. The Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure explains the facility in details.
Ferry services will be provided from the terminal to connect other existing terminals.
The Bale of Ilaje community says the entire community could not be happier. He is thankful to the governor and his team, pledging the support of the community in protecting and promoting government interests in the area.
Excellency, the good people of Ilaje Bariga community and Bariga STD and Shomolu local government, all Lagosians will ever remember your excellency for the construction at this siting of this ultra-modern jetty at Ilaje Bariga community for the
Before unveiling the jetty, Governor Ambode addressed the gathering, crediting the need to end insecurity and killings in the area as the driving force behind the project.
What we are celebrating today was actually a solution that was rendered through one of the security challenges that I was having in the state at that time. And I'm happy that it has come to fruition and we are all beneficiaries.
4 of the 5 new ferries are passenger ferries, which can accommodate between 40 to 60 passengers each, while the 5th ferry is a car barge with the capacity to take between 16 and 20 cars at a go. Thompson Andrew, IATV News, Lagos.
And that's it on the news package. Thank you very much for watching. I am Folashade Ogurinde.